So we got the PCR test done. We traveled to India. Then what happens?
If you don't have any emergency, then you have to do 7 days quarantine on first arrival international airport, or if you have a ticket or flight for next airport, like whichever the connecting airport, then you have to follow the state rule wherever you are arriving. Then you don't have to do in Delhi or Bombay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Pinky ji, can we see on Facebook also? I see a lot of people have joined on Facebook, and if they have any question, kindly check them also, please.
Sure. I think on because I'm streaming it, I'm not seeing.
Okay.
Any last minute tips you have, Sharad ji, regarding like overall travel, OCI, ticketing, any, emergency or non-emergency, any like last minute tips that you hear from most of the people that we may have missed in this conversation?
Okay, first we should talk on OCI. Right now, no one can go with visa. If they have a visa on their passport previously taken, like everyone don't have OCI and everyone don't have visa also. If you have taken the visa before, then you must have to revalidate your visa. Then only you can travel. Second thing for traveling, you have to do your PCR test. Without that, they will not allow you from here or in India. Third thing, if you have a OCI and if it is on the old passport, don't at all forget to take your old passport, which had a U visa stamp or OCI stamp, your original OCI and the current passport. We do ticketing also, and whenever someone buy ticket from us, we give them all this guideline, we teach them everything, we put their meals also, wheelchair if they need also, like whatever the service they need. Like as you said, this is a first and last stop for your pleasure travel. We ease your pain, like we take care of everything. And then as far as ticketing is concerned, depends wherever you are going, whatever the fare on that time. But yes, one thing you have to make sure that nowadays airline don't give more than 45 minutes time limit to issue the ticket to travel agents also. If you book in a website, you have to put the credit card right away to issue it. Otherwise, reservation gets canceled and it's not necessary. I'm not making you scare, but it's not necessary that you will get the ticket on the same price after you book it again. And we also get the same thing that within 40 minutes, 45 minutes, that liberty is with us because we know that person has to discuss with the family in kind of emergency situation that who else is going or who is not going. So rather, once you book the ticket, if you are 100% sure, you should issue the ticket and then travel.
That's a good one. I think one of the last question is from Priya. With the COVID negative test, if we have a negative test, do we still have to quarantine in India for 7 days?
If you are below 65, I'm sorry, again and again, I'm repeating because I'm not going for anyone's age, but that's the rule of government of India. If you are below 65, and if you did not get the waiver, which has a form, if you didn't get the waiver form, then yes, you do have to do 7 days quarantine because we cannot sneak with them. We cannot skip with them. They take information every evening from the hotel where you are staying. We don't know that, but hotel has to report, and whichever hotel don't report for the guest, they don't even send the customer or the guest in that hotel particularly because they need to see the welfare of India and Indian community.
Entire country, yeah, that's true. So if anyone has any question, you're more than welcome to unmute yourself. Mr. Sharad Agrawal information is right here. I have sent in the text. So you can contact him directly if you have any personal questions. And for any real estate needs, you can contact us. I'm sending you information for us as well. So we serve New Jersey, New York, or any, all throughout the nation. So you can contact any of us, Deepak and Pinky. We are associated with Keller Williams and we're known as Bansal team. So you're more than welcome to contact us.
So Sharad ji, this is Pankaj. Can you elaborate a little bit more on the emergency request? So let's say if I have to go tomorrow, yes. Who do I contact in emergency and what kind of clearance I need to have?
Yes, Pankaj Sahab, you have to send the email to Consulate General CG India. Once they receive your email, they will tell you that these are the discrepancies or these are the paper missing. If they feel that yes, you do have an emergency, then only they will give you the visa. Otherwise, they might reject also. 80% of the time they approve because they know that right now no one is going for pleasure. But we have to give them the reason that why are we going, and we have to upload passport copy. If you have Indian passport, then first and last page. If you have US passport, then first page. And the reason why you are going, whether medical certificate, death certificate, or whatever the emergency you have. Like, I'm not only saying death emergency only, like if your son is getting married, if your sister is getting married, you can upload the first page of your wedding card from the family which you got. Depends on the CG, do they approve it or not?
So even if you have the OCI, you need to have that emergency visa.
No, OCI means you don't need visa, Jensa.
Okay. Got
Whoever has a OCI, they don't need visa. OCI means overseas citizens of India. You are not a dual citizen. Yes, so many people have a thing in the mind that we are a dual citizen. Dual citizen has a voting right also. We don't have a voting right for OCI also.
But we don't need a visa, yeah, in this. You just need your passport and you just need a OCI, and that's you're good to go with OCI. You don't need a visa of India when you are carrying a OCI.
Yes, Pinky ji, you're right.
Yeah, because we are OCI holders, so we just go, we just buy the ticket and we are good to go.
But that would be the same for Indian visa too, right? Like I know the OCI part, but now I have to get my Indian visa revalidated. That's all. But
Yes,
even if right,
yes, once you revalidate, then you have to fill up the form for waiver. And if you don't have emergency, then you don't need to fill up that form. You can go to airport. They will give you the choices of hotel. Or if you have some hotel in your particular place which you like it, you can give them the confirmation paper. They will make sure from the hotel that you are booked in that hotel, and yes, you can go.
But so if I have the COVID negative test and I go to India, do I still have to be? Do I still quarantine in their institution, not at home?
I didn't follow your question.
If I have the COVID negative test, do I still need to be institutionalized quarantine? Like,
yes,
in
if you don't have an emergency letter or if you don't have a waiver for quarantine, then yes, you do.
No, what is the meaning of waiver for quarantine? Is that the test?
No, it's not a test. It's a form you have to fill up in Government of India's website.
Okay.
They give you the confirmation number right that moment once you finish the form. Within 24 hours, if they don't feel the emergency is not there, you get the number, but you get the email also within 24 hours or the next early morning, because when we fill up, there is a time difference between us and India. So there is a night. Most of the time they do reply right away, but if not, in the morning, you get an email from that if it is a cancelled. If it is not cancelled, then you are good to go.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm a little unclear about the quarantine. Like, so if I have the COVID negative test and I reach India, will they put me in a hotel? Like, or do I still go through that? I know earlier it was like 14 days institutional quarantine and then 7 days at home.
It is 7 days now. But if you don't have an emergency, if you can't satisfy them, yes, you have to do the quarantine.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. And depends on your choice of hotel. There is no problem.
Okay.
And
They give you a lot of options also for the different hotels, whichever you choose. If you are in a local, then their own bus or gadi goes to drop you. So like you don't sneak or you don't go straight to home, because some people try to play like, our quality of people.
Okay. But this is even with the COVID negative test. They want you to quarantine in the hotel.
If you are COVID positive, then you cannot even go from here at all.
No. If you have a COVID negative test.
Yeah. Still you have to do quarantine. Yes.
Okay. And it has to be 7 days in their hotel, like what they recommend, or?
You can also choose the hotel, as I mentioned before. You can choose your own hotel. There is no problem.
Because I thought it was, you can quarantine at home for 7 days. That's what I thought.
If you are over 65, yes. If you are below 10, yes.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
there's a question from Mr. Krishnan, that what is the rule for OCI renewal if the kid got a new PP now and above 18 and new PP but still below 18? I don't know if I'm clear.
If the child, if our prince or princess is below 20, once they got a new passport, they have to do it. But after once they do it, then they will do at 50 only, because after 16, Whenever we renew our US passport, it is issued for 10 years.
Okay. Is it clear, Mr. Krishnan? Yeah. Okay. So I think I'll just go for another 3-4 minutes, then otherwise we can wrap up. I would really like to thank all the participants for giving this whole hour of informative session on the Sunday evening. It really means a lot. And of course, to Mr. Sharad Agarwal also for giving such a valuable information on the OCI changes, travel changes. That is very, very, very helpful. Thank you so much, Sharadji. Thank you so much.
I want to thank
for bringing
Bansal
such
team
a
also.
great session.
We want to thank Bansal team also for taking their time, and I didn't even realize that we have completed 1 hour talking to our extended family. It was really good, and I want to request everyone, please share on your wall on Facebook and WhatsApp, and tomorrow it's going to be loaded on YouTube also. I can just give my one more time information. My name is Sharad Agarwal. I represent SN Travel and Tours. We have 2 websites. One is www.sntravel.net and another one is www.avisanyc.com. A as an apple, visanyc.com. And our phone number is 718-639-9700. Another location of New Jersey, very close to Oak Tree Road, 732-283-0566. And the biggest thing is we don't have limitation of timing if you want to come. Yes, obviously you might have to call me and take an appointment, because if I'm filling someone's paperwork and if you also come, I don't want any guest to wait for at least 1 hour, because every application takes time. So before you come for your OCI or OCI renewal or passport renewal, or when the visa process starts, you can just give me a call or send me a text on my cell number, which is 718-473-6281, and we can decide the time of meeting.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the information. I have written all the information in the chat, both the website names of Mr. Agarwal, all the cell phone numbers, all the information of his contact information. So you can please, I will keep it open until you can copy all the chat information if you wish, and contact him directly if you have any question and any services. He's open. He's always available. He's always a phone call away. That's the one quality I have seen him. So, you can call him for any services, visa services, any questions. He's always, at any advice. So thank you again, everyone. Yes, Mr.
Thank all the Facebook friends also who have attended. I can see a lot of my extended family members on Facebook also, like we have almost 4,000 friends, and all the contacts also, they are joining, they are sharing.
That's good. And we are live on YouTube already, so that's good. So we are everywhere. Yeah, if you want to share with your friends and family this informative session, you are more than welcome. That would be great.
बच्चे की आवाज सुन के ऐसा लग रहा है मुझे कि माँ यशोदा का आंगन हो और कन्हैया खेल रहे हों.
That's nice. Thank you again, everybody. Have a good night and have a great week ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your time, and thank you, Bansal team, again and again.
Oh, thank you so much. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Mr. Sharati. Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank you.